A grandma stabs her family during a Thanksgiving argument. An island in Germany is going to end the ritual of spanking women with cow horns. And the Village People songwriter denies that YMCA is a gay anthem, and he'll sue you if you say otherwise. These are the weird stories on Weird AF News, the only daily weird news podcast. A grandmother stabs family during a Thanksgiving argument. Oh, aren't family holidays so fun? I mean, you can expect at the least some sort of argument. I guess it depends on the level of conspiracy theories the old people buy into. Do you guys have family members that buy into conspiracy theories? I certainly do, and I just nod my head. Yes, yes, yes. One of my family members has a conspiracy theory, and the result of that is no NFL football is allowed on the television during Thanksgiving. So you better believe I was suffering back in Massachusetts not being able to watch football on Thanksgiving Day because of some squirrely conspiracy theory that was abound around the Thanksgiving atmosphere. All right, let's get into the details of this grandmother stabbing family around Thanksgiving. What was the argument about? Is everybody okay, or were there fatalities? LaChunda Johnson is a 55-year-old grandma in Memphis, Tennessee. She's been arrested, LaChunda, after stabbing her daughter and grandson on Thanksgiving. Wow. 2 victims. Grandma was wielding her knife that day, or sword. Let's find out what sort of weaponry. Was it just the carving knife right off the table? Was she packing something underneath her smock? All right, let's get some details. I keep saying let's get some details about why Grandma's stabbing people. It could just be dementia, though. She forgot that they were her relatives. This happens. Maybe somebody was like, hey, Grandma, the turkey's really dry. And she was like, well, it's going to be wet with your blood, sonny. You tell me one more time that turkey's dry. I dare you. I double dog dare you. I'm going to marinate that turkey in your blood. Alrighty. The Memphis Police Department says they responded to an aggravated assault at a South Memphis address on Thanksgiving. The police say the main victim had been arguing with Johnson, her mother, after she pushed the victim's son. The victim said she looked away, and then Johnson charged her with a knife that she had gotten from the kitchen. Officers say that Johnson fled the scene. Grandma fled the scene. Wow. Grandma grabbed her walker, and she's pushing down the avenue. She was later located on Casavas Road, where she was placed into custody. Let me guess, she just went home. Grandma just went home. I'm too old to be on the lam. All right, let me keep reading. I don't know. It still doesn't indicate what the fight was about. Okay, it does say as a result of this, the mother sustained a cut on her hand. The grandson was stabbed in his left hand near his thumb. She's going after hands? Was there like one turkey leg left and the grandma's defending it? It does say 3 juveniles were at the scene when the stabbing occurred. Most of them were uninjured, thankfully. According to the daughter, Grandma was drinking and possibly heavily intoxicated at the time of the incident. Yeah, sure, of course. But what was it all about, this Thanksgiving incident? What shall be known going forward, no doubt, as Shanksgiving in this family. Hey, you guys remember that one Thanksgiving? You remember that one Thanksgiving where Grandma drank too many Arnold Palmer malt liquor beatboxes and then grabbed the carving knife and went ham? Yeah, we remember. Okay, so we've determined that Grandma was intoxicated, but it still doesn't say what the argument was about. She was taken into custody, the grandma, without an incident, and she was brought to the jail east. She's charged with aggravated assault and domestic assault. It was not the only violence this Thanksgiving, it says. There's another incident. I'm not going to get onto that one yet. I'm still scrolling. I need to find out why Grandma was all upset. Did the daughter experiment with one of those organic cranberry sauces with all the stems and sticks in it? Lady, you'll ruin Thanksgiving with that. Just get the canned stuff, man. Just get the canned cranberries so that everybody can live through Thanksgiving. Don't mess around. I don't think I'm going to get the answer to my question. The other question I have is how stuffed was everybody that they were just too slow to move out of the way of a grandma slash and stab? It's not like grandma's moving at the speed of light here, guys. Was everybody else intoxicated too? And what's going to happen at Christmas? That's what I want to know. Is grandma allowed back at Christmas? There's going to be a stabbing and a slashing under a mistletoe this year. So much fun in Memphis. An island in Germany is going to end their ritual of spanking the women with cow horns. The North Sea island of Borkum has said it's going to cease its Klausholm festival tradition, where the young men hit the women on the buttocks with a cow horn. Oh, so there goes my next vacation. No Spanksville for Pod Daddy. I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cow horn. How's that for Christopher Walken? It's okay. It's not the best. Okay, so we have here Klausholm Festival. I've never heard of it, and I'm not pronouncing it correctly is my guess. So anybody in Germany, feel free to call me. Most people in Germany associate the Feast of St. Nicholas with a harmless tradition. Children leave their clean shoes next to the front door on the night of December 5th, and the next morning they expect to find their footwear filled with small presents and treats brought by St. Nicholas. Ooh, little bitty treats in the shoes. I never heard of this. I'm going to say it's kind of lame. That's a lame tradition because, unless you have giant feet, your stature is going to influence the number of gifts you get, and I don't have a very big foot, man. All right. Don't start spreading rumors about me, but I don't. I'm rocking an 8.5, maybe a 9 on a good day. That would mean I wouldn't get as many treats over in Germany on the night of December 5th. And why isn't it December 25th? I have so many questions, but Germany's a weird place. So I just got to roll with it. We all have to roll with how weird Germany is. And it sounds like this festival is pretty damn weird. Let's learn about it. It says there's regions in Germany, such as Bavaria, where the Father Christmas-like character has an actual dark sidekick known as the Krampus. Yeah, we've all heard of the Krampus. They made a movie. This is a hairy devil, and it has different names according to the regions. It's part of folkloric festivities involving terrifying costumes and processions and customs. Similarly, this Klausholm festival is a St. Nicholas tradition celebrated every year on the night of December 5th on the North Sea island of Borkum, which has a population of about 5,000 people. The festival has come into the spotlight in Germany following a video report by some public broadcasting corporation. 2 male reporters filmed the 2023 festivities on their smartphones, and they capture the daytime celebrations when the community gathers around young unmarried men dressed in the traditional costumes of the Klausholms, which is made of masks with sheepskin and bird feathers. Later on, the Klausholms of different ages challenge one another to a wrestling match of some sort. This event is reserved for islanders, so tourists or reporters are not ordinarily allowed to watch that. The party continues into the night, and the reporters secretly recorded a group of so-called catchers as they chase women, hold them down, while the Klausholms hit them on the buttocks with a cow's horn. People around them, including children, cheer as women are being hit on the buttocks with a cow's horn. Wow, okay. Wow, well, I tell you, man, the impression I get is that Germans are pretty weird, man. It's pretty weird. After the spanking, pour the gravy on their heads, and after the gravy, make them hula hoop in the town square on the slippery gravy surface. I'm just exaggerating what's possible. They interviewed some women for this media piece, and they explained that as children they were brought up to believe that this was an exciting game of hide and seek, and it was part of the islanders' shared identity, which is why they willingly took part in the ritual as youngsters, but it ended up being a very painful experience, they admitted. Yeah, I mean, you're getting bashed with cow horns by who knows how many hundreds of men over a course of an evening. That's going to be pretty painful. I don't care what your kink is, you're going to be sore. You're going to have a mighty sore ass in the morning, as they say. You've heard of that dinosaur, the mighty sore ass? Even a young man who left Borkum reported that he still feels he cannot show his face on camera, fearing any criticism of the ritual could lead to negative consequences for his family. Oh, so people aren't supposed to criticize this tradition. Well, it's hard. It's hard to. People really hold on to their traditions because it provides identity, direction, sense of community, being a part of something. Rituals serve a very problem-solving function for cultures, and you need rituals. However, maybe not a ritual where all the women are getting beat. That's a huge problem. So I wonder what will happen after the world has seen this. This is a benefit of smartphones, right? And video is that we get to see all the bad things that are happening. There's people, because there's groups out there in places that they haven't really been exposed to the eyes of the rest of the modern world, and they're doing some weird stuff, and some of it's bad. And the internet now goes to the remote corners of the world, so now your creepy, stupid cultural mannerisms, you can't hide them anymore. And it's a good thing because it's some messed up stuff sometimes. And usually it's messed up stuff done to women. I don't know why that is, but it's just like everywhere you go, you'll find something. And they do what to the women? They put them in these tiny shoes? What's that all about? They did what to the women? They elongated their necks? They did what to the women? They cut off their genitals? It's always something to women, man. And in this instance, they're getting beat by the cow horns. I got a fever. And the only prescription is more cow horn. Okay, so these reporters tried to get the islanders to comment on the ritual. Many of those agreed to it and then later insisted that their comments be removed from the report before it was broadcasted. There's a quote from one man who says, "On Borkum, if you talk openly about wanting this festival to stop, you're told that you don't understand the festival, that you're not honoring the tradition, and that you're somehow bowing to pressure from outside the island." Yeah, but maybe you keep the festival, but not beat the women. Or keep the festival, and then like halfway through the festival, you do a swap, you reverse it, and then all the women get to beat the crap out of the men with a cow horn, or maybe they just get to shove the cow horn up their nether regions for the rest of the night until the morning. That might send a message. One man laughs at being asked about this ritual, explaining that this is just harmless fun. He says, quote, "When the young men see a woman, they beat her up a little bit with a cow's horn. It's not really violent." I don't know. I'd have to see some video of it to judge. Maybe it's just a tap on the butt. Maybe it's not as violent as they're saying. But, I mean, come on. There's probably some drinking involved because it is Germany after all. And, you probably don't want to be beaten with the cow horn at nightfall by men who have been boozing all day long. It's probably not harmless and playful by that point. You know what I mean? You could just imagine. You can imagine. I'm just speculating. It does say some anonymous female interviewees say that being beat left them bruised and in pain for several days. An anonymous former islander points out that men would actually feel proud if a woman could not sit for 4 or 5 days after being beaten with a cow horn. All right. So this is what's probably going on. It's a little bit more violent than needs to be or should be. This shouldn't even be a thing. Organizers of the festival, as well as the police and the mayor of Borkum, all refused to be interviewed for this piece. The report also points out that all social media coverage of the event is discouraged to avoid uncovering the identity of the Klausholms. The Klausholms are the guys beating the ladies. Okay, coming to the end of this piece, it says, facing outraged reactions triggered by the report, Borkum authorities just acknowledged in a statement that it was a mistake to have avoided the media. They say, "We realize that the report, which paints a distorted picture of the festival and contains numerous journalistic inaccuracies, is the result of us rejecting all of their requests for interviews." The association admitted that the tradition can be seen as controversial today. Beating with cow horns was part of the tradition in the past, and in individual cases in recent years, they said. We expressly distance ourselves from any form of violence against women and apologize for the historically based actions of past years. We as a community have clearly decided to leave this aspect of the tradition behind us. And instead, we want to continue to focus on what really makes the festival the solidarity of the islanders. Similarly, the police are adopting a zero-tolerance policy, according to a police spokesperson who says violence will not be accepted. Okay, so since this publication, it sounds like they're like, nah, we're not doing that anymore. That was previous years. So good, the women aren't going to get beat in a few weeks. That's great. And I call this another victory for modern technology exposing your dumb cultural traditions and putting a stop to the maltreatment of oftentimes women and children and, camels. Sometimes it's camels. There's some places in the world where they do some weird things to camels. And we can't tolerate this.
Oh, Pod Daddy.
This episode is brought to you by Amazon. The holidays are here, and you know what that means. It's time to get your friends and family the gifts they deserve. Take the stress out of shopping with Amazon's great deals and low prices on a huge range of items from toys to tech and much more. Whoever you're gifting for, Amazon has great prices on everything you need this holiday season. Shop Amazon for all your gifting needs.
Good luck with your life, man.
The song YMCA is not a gay anthem, says the singer-songwriter. And if you say so, you could be sued. If you thought that YMCA by the Village People was a gay anthem, think again. According to Victor Willis, who actually wrote the lyrics to this famous song, this song is entirely heterosexual. And anyone suggesting something to the contrary, perhaps that this song is about something gay or it might even be a gay anthem, they should, quote, get their minds out of the gutter. And that, my friend, is exactly what a dude who wrote a gay anthem would say. So let's break this down. We can decide for ourselves. But I think the jury's out on the YMCA song. It's gay. I mean, now, the songwriter Willis added on his Facebook page, come January 2025, my wife will start suing each and every organization that falsely refers to YMCA either in their headlines or alluded to in the base of the story that YMCA is somehow a gay anthem because such notion is based solely on the song's lyrics alluding to illicit activity for which it does not. I'm a little confused with all of that. It sounds like some legal jargon, but basically it says his wife's going to sue any organization that refers to YMCA as a gay anthem. Can you say YMCA, the gay anthem, no homo? Is that okay? Just want to know. What's that all about? Come on, man. Everything about this song is connected to gay. How is it not? You know what I mean? It was created for, performed by, and celebrated gay people, right? If that doesn't make it gay, what is it? Just cheery? It's just a cheery song? Is that what you're going for? Does this also mean In the Navy's not gay? I saw those tiny shorts, man. The song is on an album called Cruisin'. Let's have a meeting about this, shall we? All right? Cruisin' doesn't mean taking a Disney cruise to the Bahamas. Okay, are we all aware of this? I should have asked up top if you guys have all heard this song. I just assumed everybody in the world has heard this song. It's one of the most known songs in the world. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. You know what really pushes that song forward, though, is the dancing. There's a YMCA dance that everybody does. And that's, if your song has a good dance, that song will get very popular. You know, the Macarena. I heard the Macarena over the weekend, and I had totally forgotten about that song. But because it had a dance attached to it, that song's going to live on forever and ever. You know, the chicken dance will too, sad to say. But, you know, the Humpty dance, so that's good. You know, you take the good dances with the bad dances. Yeah, I enjoy the back that ass up dances as well, so anything like that is a fun time. The YMCA song appeared on Village People's third album, Cruisin'. Okay, so yeah, it was their third album. It was an international smash hit, getting to number one in 17 countries on its release in October 1978. It was a huge hit. It still is known. You can hear it at sporting events. You always hear it at weddings. You'll always hear, eventually, YMCA, we're on the dance floor, and we're all doing the dance. We love that song. Now, it also says that in 2020, the song was preserved for posterity by the National Recording Registry of the U.S. Library of Congress as, quote, culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant and inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame. Yeah, I wonder why. Why would they call something culturally, historically, or aesthetically significant in this case? It's not because the song's about we love YMCA's. They're a great, or that it's fun to dance to. It's because it's representative of gay culture. That's why you would preserve it for posterity by, the Library of Congress here. I'm assuming. So again, the ties to it being a gay song they run deep. They run deep. It says the same year, 2020, Donald Trump started playing it at rallies and has done so consistently ever since, often dancing to it and another Village People hit called Macho Man. Macho, Macho Man. While most musicians... Oh, and by the way, that's not... they're not singing about the Macho Man Randy Savage. I'll tell you right now, brother. They're not singing the Macho Man song about me, man. No, that song's about gay men, man. Gay men, showing off their gayness, man. That's right, and I'm not into that. I'm the Macho Man for real. That's right, and if I just wish someone would write a song about me, man. Okay, and it says here the songwriter, Willis, claims that he's got some major financial benefits from Trump using his song. YMCA is estimated to gross several $1 million since the president-elect's continued use of the song. Willis says, quote, on his Facebook page, "Therefore, I'm glad I allowed the president-elect's continued use of YMCA, and I thank him for choosing to use my song." Yeah, man, just be happy with the money and move on. Like, what's wrong with you? This guy's getting all this money. He doesn't even have to write another song. They just keep paying for this song. I got to keep recording podcasts. I'm not getting paid for old podcasts. It'd be nice if they would just play my old episodes on a loop. But, you don't really do that with podcasts. You just don't. Does anyone go back and listen to Weird AF News on a loop, episodes from 3 years ago? Just play it again. Do you play it at weddings? No. This man is benefiting from this. He should just shut the hell up and take his paycheck. It says here, it had previously been assumed that the lyrics of YMCA advised young men who were new to a big city to head to the YMCA, the men's hostel and gym, where they might find like-minded friends in the communal showers. However, Willis wrote that the line, quote, "You can hang out with all the boys," is simply 1970s slang for black guys hanging out together for sports, gambling, or whatever, and there's nothing gay about it. No, it's just a bunch of black men getting together to play pickleball, and that's all it is. Maybe a little dodgeball in the gym. Does this guy think that we just fell off the apple cart, that we're going to believe this crapola? I mean, come on, and look at him, come on. Do those guys look gay to you? Be honest. It says here in the article, it's undeniable that the Village People were put together in order to appeal to the burgeoning gay market as disco swept America in the late 70s. Their name comes from Greenwich Village, at that point New York's most vibrant gay neighborhood. Yeah, and now, it's just guys just denying all of that. Like biting the hand that feeds you. Why would you do that? All right? Maybe he's not gay, but so what? Just shut up and take your money and be glad that you made something that's going to last forever beyond your being on this earth. Not a lot of people contribute stuff that's long-lasting in the culture. Like, be proud. What the hell's wrong with this idiot? I mean, and it could be so much worse. There are songs out there that are now we attributed to something stupid because of commercialism. Like, do you think Bob Seger, I don't know if he's still alive, but do you think he's proud that Like a Rock is associated with pickup trucks? That's not what the song's about. You know what I mean? You think he's proud of that? No. I mean, this song, if it is, if you allow it to be the gay anthem that we all say it is, that's a good thing. Whether you wrote it to be an anthem or not, it doesn't matter. This is all just my opinion. But I also think that all radio going forward should refer to it as, coming up next, the definitely 100% not a gay anthem track that you all know and love, the YMCA. I should do that as the Wolfman. All right, up next, the definitely 100% not a gay anthem track that you all know and love and like to shake it to at weddings, YMCA by the Village People. Oh, yeah.
This episode is brought to you by Shopify. Upgrade your business with Shopify, home of the #1 checkout on the planet. Shop Pay boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning fewer carts going abandoned and more sales going cha-ching. So if you're into growing your business, get a commerce platform that's ready to sell wherever your customers are. Visit Shopify.com to upgrade your selling today.
Macho man, I want to be a macho man. Is that how it goes? Is it I want to be a macho man? I haven't heard that song in a minute. I hear YMCA all the time though. You hear it a few times a year. It's a great song. It's so fun. It makes me happy. I'm glad there was a story about it. It was weird. It was weird. I feel sorry for that dude. It's such a sad situation. Hey, let's give some shout outs and thanks and praise. First, I want to thank Jesus, and I want to thank Andrea LJ. Andrea LJ just became a member of the Patreon. Let's give her some love. I'm doing a Macho Man impression to celebrate Andrea's joining the Patreon.
Oh yeah, brother! I just want to say I got big thanks and praise because I'm so grateful for Andrea LJ. She just became a member of the Patreon, and when you become a member of the Patreon, brother, I'm going to tell you something. You're going to get extra weird content that Jonesy puts out every week, man. That's right. I'm going to tell you right now, some of that weird content is not for everybody's eyes and ears, all right? That's why he keeps it off the podcast, all right? He puts it in the Patreon, all right? It's more private that way, okay? So some of that stuff is weird, and you're going to like it, all right? So get in there and dig around a little bit. And if you want to join the Patreon, brother, because you might, there's some cool stuff in there, man. You just go to patreon.com/weirdafnews. I'll tell you that. Or you can go to the weirdafnews.com official website. That's right, paid for by the patrons and all the donors that have been contributing to Jonesy over the years, brother. So check that out. And when you're on the weirdafnews.com website, as Andrea knows, you can also buy Jonesy a coffee or get a little Patreon action going for the holidays, all right? That's what you should do, brother. And tomorrow's going to be Florida Friday, my man. And we're going to tell you right now, we're only doing some weird news from the state of Florida. And it's weird over there, man, because all those tweakers and stuff, man. It's tweakers and gators, my man, all right? So you email me any stories you got. funnyjones@gmail.com. Good luck with your life, brother.